The subject elements of costing 1, we are solving the problems on cost sheet. Now let us solve another problem on cost sheet. Here I am solving the problem which is given you already and which is asked for the previous exam, that is November 2013, for 15 marks. Please go through the problem. For preparation of cost sheet, first we have to ascertain the prime cost. Prime cost is the aggregate of three things, that is direct materials, direct labor and direct wages. So first we have to ascertain the materials consumed. For this you have to take the first cost is direct materials, and you also prepare one statement and give a heading as cost sheet for the year ending on 31st/3/2013. First we have to take the direct material cost. So first we have to take the opening stock of raw materials. Here the information given is stock on 1/4/2012 is opening stock. So raw material stock is opening stock is 2000, and next add purchases. Here purchase of raw material is given, that is 12,000. So purchases is 12,000, the total is 14,000. From this you have to deduct the closing stock of raw material. Here closing stock, that is stock on 31st March 2013 is 2200. Raw material stock is 2200, so closing stock is 2200, and the remaining value is 11,800. It is materials consumed. Materials consumed. Next you have to take the direct wages or direct labor. Here direct wages is given, that is 10,000 rupees. So next direct wages 10,000. By adding these two items we get 21,800. It is the prime cost, because here there is no any information about direct wages. So here only these two items, the combination of these two items is prime cost. To the prime cost, next we have to add factory overhead. It is also called as works overhead, production overhead or manufacturing overhead. So here works overhead is given in the problem, that is 4,200. So add works overhead 4,200. Next the total is 26,000. From this we have to add opening work in progress and deduct closing work in progress to get the works cost, because work in progress is always related into machinery or factory. So add opening work in progress, which is given in the problem, that is 480, and total is 26,480. From this you have to deduct the closing work in progress. It is also given in the problem, that is 1600, and the remaining value is 24,880, and this is the works cost. This is the works cost. So work in progress, which is given in the problem on 1/4/2012, is opening work in progress, and work in progress on 31st March 2013 is closing work in progress. Next, we have to add office and administration overhead to get the cost of production. Here the works cost is 24,880. Next, we have to add office and administration overhead. In the problem, it is given 800. Office and administration overhead is given, it is 800 rupees. So add office and administration overhead, that is 800 rupees. Then the total of these two items is 25,680 rupees, and it is called cost of production. So after adding office and administration overhead to the works cost, we get cost of production, that is 25,680. Up to this stage, raw material has been converted into finished goods. So to ascertain how much the cost of goods sold, we have to add opening stock of finished goods and deduct closing stock of finished goods to get the cost of goods sold. So we have to add opening stock of finished goods. The amount is given, that is 1600, and opening stock in units is also given. Here opening stock is 800 units, in units is also given, and the value is 1600. The total of these two items is 27,280 rupees. Next, we have to deduct closing stock of finished goods. So less closing stock of finished goods. The value is given in the problem, that is 3,200, and closing stock in units is also given, that is 1,600 units. By deducting closing stock of finished goods, the remaining value is 24,080. It is called as cost of goods sold. For the cost of goods sold, we have to add selling and distribution overhead to get the total cost. So how much units are sold? Here there is no any information, because the selling and distribution overhead is given in the problem, that is 0.40 per unit. Selling and distribution overhead is given, that is 0.40 per unit of product sold, but there is no any information about how much units are sold. It is the hidden figure. So we have to make one working note for ascertaining the how much units are sold. So here make one working note for calculating units sold. Here opening stock 800 units are given. Opening stock of finished goods is 800 units, which is given in the problem, and also add units produced. Here units produced is also given in the problem, that is 12,800 units. The total of these is 13,600, and from this deduct closing stock of finished goods. Closing stock of finished goods in units is also given, that is 1,600 units. So deduct 1,600 units and the remaining value is 12,000 units. So here the hidden figure, that is units sold, is 12,000 units, and add selling and distribution overhead, that is per unit is 0.40 rupee, and into 12,000 units. For 12,000 units it comes to 4,800 rupees, and the total of these two items is total cost, and the total cost is 28,880 rupees. And total cost is compared with sales. Here sale of finished goods is also given. Sale of finished goods is 30,000. So sale of goods is 30,000, and it is more than the cost. As the sales are more than the cost, the difference between these two, total cost and sales, is profit here. So the profit is 1,120 rupees. Next, we have to learn three terms related to cost sheet, that is tenders, quotation and estimation. First of all, we have to know the meaning of tender. Tender is a formal statement of price at which goods are agreed to be supplied or work order is to be executed, and it is a reply to an invitation, and it is usually sent in sealed covers. So tender is a statement of price. Next, quotation. Quotation is also a statement of price at which goods are agreed to be supplied or also work order is to be executed, and which is quoted for an enquiry made by the buyer. And estimation means it is an approximate price which is calculated on the basis of past records, general opinion and judgment. So sometimes we are required to estimate the total cost of production. For that purpose, we have to calculate the overheads on the basis of past records, because being an industrialist, you may be required to send tenders for work order to be executed, or you have to make a quotation or price list for an inquiry made by the buyer for the goods to be supplied. So you have to estimate the cost, and there are some rules for estimation of overheads. For estimation of overheads, here the rules for estimation of overheads are there. The first rule is factory overhead is always calculated as a percentage of direct wages. the relation between factory overhead and direct wages is taken to calculate the percentage of factory overhead on direct wages and all other overheads, that is office and administration overhead and also selling and distribution overhead, are calculated as a percentage of works cost. So the relation between office and administration overhead or selling and distribution overhead and between works cost is taken to calculate the percentage. This if there is no any specific information in the problem about how to calculate the overheads, then we should follow these rules. If there is no any specific information in the problems for calculation of overheads, these rules are calculated. The first rule is factory overhead is always calculated on direct wages and all other overheads are calculated as a percentage of works cost. Let us take one example for preparation of cost sheet by following these rules. Here is one exercise problem about calculation of overheads. The problem is the accounts of a machine manufacturing company discloses the information of 6 months ending 31st December 2018, and the other particulars given are materials used 1,50,000, direct wages 1,20,000, factory overheads 30,000, administration expenses 15,000. And here question is prepare a cost sheet of the machine and calculate the price at which the company should quote for manufacture a machine requiring materials value rupees 1,500 and expenditure in productive wages rupees 500, so that the price might yield a profit of 20% on selling price. So we have to prepare here two cost sheet. One is actual cost sheet for this data and another we have to prepare estimated cost sheet for a machine which requires materials 1,500 and direct wages 500 cost, and we have to estimate two overheads, factory overhead and administration overhead for manufacture of this machine on the basis of past records, that is factory overhead is calculated on direct wages and administration overhead is calculated as a percentage of works cost, as this rule is already observed. Next, so we have to calculate the overheads, calculation of overheads. Here factory overhead is 30,000, factory overhead is 30,000 and direct wages is 1,20,000. So the percentage comes to 25%, 25% on direct wages, and here the administration overhead is 15,000 and the works cost is 3 lakh rupees. factory overhead is 25% on direct wages and administration overhead is 5% on works cost. Next we have to calculate these percentages in a systematic manner. Now factory overhead ಅನ್ನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಓವರ್ಹೆಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಹೋಲಿಸಿ ನಾವು ಹಿಂದಿನ ಈ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟೆಡ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಓವರ್ಹೆಡ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಈ ಮುಂದಿನ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟ್ ತಯಾರಿಸುವಾಗ ಮೊದಲ ಐಟಮ್ ನಾವು ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವೇಜಸ್ 1,20,000 1,20,000 ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಸೇರಿ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ 2,70,000 ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಓವರ್ಹೆಡನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಓವರ್ಹೆಡ್ 30,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಓವರ್ಹೆಡ್ 30,000 ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೂಡಿಸಿದಾಗ ಬರುವ ಉತ್ತರ 3,00,000 ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ 15,000 ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಮಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ 3,15,000 ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ and direct wages. These two are given here. The prime cost is 2,70,000. Then first we have to add factory overhead. Factory overhead is given here 30,000. So by adding factory overhead, the works cost is 3 lakh. And next expenditure is administration expense. It is also given 15,000. And by adding administration overhead to the works cost, we get 3,15,000 is the total cost. And next we have to ascertain the percentage of overheads. Here we have to ascertain the percentage of factory overhead on direct wages. So first we have to calculation of overheads. Heading is given. It is working note, and number 1 working note number 1 is percentage of factory overhead on direct wages. So here factory overhead is 30,000. It is taken as numerator, and denominator is direct wages. Here direct wages is taken as 1,20,000. So for ascertaining percent, we have to multiply by 100, and the answer comes is 25%. So the percentage of factory overhead on direct wages is 25%. So 25% on wages. Factory overhead is 25% on wages. So 25% into 1,20,000 comes to rupees 30,000. Next, here administration overhead is 15,000 and works cost is 3 lakh. And the percentage of administration overhead on works cost is 15,000 divided by 3 lakh into 100. The percentage is 5%. That is 5% on works cost. And like by applying these percentage, we have to estimate the overheads and ascertain the total cost and price for a separate machine. Next, we have to prepare the estimated cost sheet. After ascertaining the percentage of overheads, next we have to prepare the estimated cost sheet for a machine. For manufacture of a particular machine, the material cost required or materials required is 1500, which is given in the problem, and also the productive wages or direct wages required is also given, that is 500. So make total of material cost and wages 1500 and 500, it becomes 2000, and it is the prime cost. To the prime cost we have to add factory overhead. So add factory overhead, it is 25% on wages, 25% on direct wages. So we have to take 25% on here, direct wages is 500. So for estimation of overhead for this particular machine, the factory overhead is only 125 rupees, because here direct wages is 500 and 25% on direct wages becomes 125. So by adding 125 to the prime cost, the total is 2125. It is the works cost. Next we have to add administration overhead. Administration overhead is 5% on works cost. So 5% on here works cost is 2125. So 5% on works cost, that is on 2125, it becomes 106. So by adding 106 to the works cost, the total is 2231, and it is the total cost because there is no any other selling and distribution cost, and it is the total cost. And we have to add profit to get the sales price or quotation price. Here profit is given 20% on sales. The relation, as you have studied already in the previous semester, 20% on sales is equal to 25% on cost. So we have to take 25% on cost, that is 25% on 2231, it becomes 558. By adding 558 to the total cost, the selling price is 2789. So the price to be quoted by a manufacturer for supplying that particular machine is 2789. Thank you.